Joe Biden is right. We are in a battle for the soul of our nation. The White House, Joe Biden, and this regime have leveled the entire weight of the government against MAGA Republicans. They have called us domestic terrorists, racists, bigots, and every single name under the sun that you can possibly think of. But for what? For attending school board meetings, for demanding safe cities and schools, for wanting energy independence so we can have cheap gas so parents can afford to take their kids to school, for wishing for a protected border, for churches, for our businesses, for freedom of speech. Basic tenets of freedom, things that I thought every single American held true and cherished. That was until we have seen the actual terror, economic insecurity, disunity, and illegality carried out and permitted by this regime. But Biden's right. This is beyond politics. This is a fight for the very heart and soul of this nation. It is a fight that MAGA Republicans must win, or we will no longer have a country. Conservatives, especially MAGA Republicans, are the last line of defense to preserve the America that we know and love. The Democrats' gaslighting is audacious, and their hustle behind closed doors to implement radical ideas on average Americans is beyond scary. They label us radical, but just look at the contrast. The Democrats want to defund the police. They torched and destroyed American cities and then bailed out the violent rioters. Republicans want law and order, safe cities, and protected businesses. Democrats opened our border to illegal crossings, crime, fentanyl, and sex trafficking, in addition to subjecting our cities and school systems to overcrowding and burdening our resources. Republicans want immigration through legal channels. What's wrong with that? On top of that, Democrats want to tax and spend the American people into inflation, further economic ruin, and plunge us deeper into a recession. Republicans want to return to the economic boom under President Trump, which saw record employment and growth. Truly, who are the radical extremists in our society? In fact, we, the MAGA Republicans, are the reasonable, rational, and patriotic Americans who are sick of our country devolving into the third world. Democrats' only hope to win in the midterms is to divide and conquer, but we cannot and will not let them. We are going to unify and thrive. Joe Biden is just a temporary occupant of the Oval Office. The damage that he is doing to our country cannot and will not continue. The Constitution, in particular the Bill of Rights, was written during times like these, for times like these, by men who profoundly understood the need to defend liberty against tyranny at any cost. If it's a battle for the soul of the country thereafter, we MAGA Republicans are ready to win the hearts and minds. In November, MAGA Republicans will rise up and lead the biggest red wave in history and wipe out the Democrats' control over Congress. Then MAGA forces will impeach Joe Biden and undo the hostile actions carried out by his regime against the average Americans. And then in 2024, we will take back our glorious White House. God bless you all.